Okay, so today we are doing a video about the ZETEC Turbo engine that everyone talks about, but no one films. I don't think anyone's filmed it. Well, if they have, then I haven't seen it, so I'm just going to make my own version. So this is an ST170 engine out of a Mark 1 Focus. It's a 2 litre, basically just a 2 litre ZETEC. Now, the most common ZETEC turbo conversion on a budget is an ST170 bottom end with a blacktop ZETEC head and a, what is it, the 1.4mm decon plate? 2mm decon plate. Now, what's the head gasket they use?
Oh, 1.8.
1.8. Yeah, so everyone used to say blacktop head, ST170 bottom end, and a 1.8mm head gasket that you used to get from Ford or something like that. But it's an absolute fortune for the head gasket. So we're going for a 2mm? 2mm
decon plate.
Yeah. So we're going to use 0.3. Right, so we're going to use two 0.3mm Focus head gaskets, and we're going to use a 2mm decon plate because we've been advised by someone else who's worked out the compression ratio that that is the best way to go. So yeah, just to recap, ST170 bottom end, decon plate, blacktop head, and apparently it will do 300 horsepower. I don't know if it will. We're just going to build it up now and see what happens. So, oh, and we're going to nick the valve springs out of the ST170 head, and we're going to fit them to the blacktop head because apparently they're a bit better, but we don't know. Adapter plate for the stat housing's all been drilled. Ollie's drilled the hole there for the water temp sensor. You hide that under the core pack bracket, makes it look nice and neat. So yeah, that's what we're doing, aren't we? Yeah. All right, we're going to pull it apart and crack on. Ollie's just pulling all the old camshaft caps off now. Getting there. We literally don't really need this head, so once it's off, we're just going to nick the springs out of it, and then that's going to be it, really. It's for sale. Yeah, there you go. Could be yours. One lady owner. Before Ginge.
We'll have a raffle for it.
A raffle. Everyone loves a raffle nowadays, don't they? That's all I see. 100 tickets, buy my car. You could win it. Worried about the HT leads? Again in bin.
Well, they look rusty.
It's it. That's it. It again. What?
Chinese pry bar.
There you go.
But it worked.
It's off, innit?
Put that in my car.
What, VVT?
Yeah, I need it for more.
Would be quite nice to leave the VVT on and control it. We could if you had a max ECU, but you peasanted it out with a KMS, didn't you? Should take the pulleys off, but don't need it. Let's use a copper hammer.
Exactly. I didn't damage it.
It's only all he's got.
Right, let's get the head off. Right, got the cylinder head off. Just lifted it off, chucked it over there. Doesn't look too bad, does it, Ollie?
No, it's alright.
It's got the standard, obviously, ST170 pistons. Be nice if you took the head off, it's like fully forged.
Yeah.
I heard that happens with some Toyota Starlets when they come in imported into Japan. People were stripping them down to, like as in when they imported them from Japan to the UK.
Yeah.
People were stripping them down to forge them to find they're already forged. Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Oh, just wasted loads of money.
Exactly. So yeah, doesn't look too bad. Bore's not too lipped. Give that a clean up. By the way, this isn't like an F1 engine we're building here. This is literally like a decomp ZETEC turbo. So if you see some things that we're doing that you don't like, the reason we're doing it is because, you know, it's not a precision engine. It's going in that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not bothered. We're just building it with what we've got.
It's proving a point.
So this is the car it's going in. I should probably show you this actually. Hello. So this is it's a Mark 4 Escort Cabriolet, and it did have a ZETEC turbo in it, running a blacktop, unopened.
You're going to tell them where it came from?
Yeah, so if you remember some of my old videos, it was it's the engine out my van, which was the standard engine, unopened with a turbocharger hanging off the front, and eventually it did actually let go. So as you can see here, the piston ended up in the sump. There's part of the crown there, look.
Standard ZETEC don't like 2 bar
Yeah,
boost.
standard ZETECs don't like 2 bar of boost. Slammed a hole in the bottom pan. Where's the bottom pan? Oh, it's there. So the standard pan that we put an oil drain in, we've now got to make another one because this one's got a big hole in. That's the block. You could probably overbore that block and save it, but for the price of a ZETEC, it's really not worth it. That was the pistons out of it. Look at this though, look.
It might end up in the new engine in my first one.
Not one sign of debt. Loads of dirt on it, where it's obviously been rolling around the floor, but no debt marks, which I was quite surprised for 2-bar and standard compression ratio. That's the rod. Makes me wonder if the rod distorted first and then jammed the piston in the bore, and that's why it blew up so spectacularly.
Shows it
Do
though.
they?
Yeah, I think
I just wonder if the rod distorted or not.
yeah, it is bent.
There was plenty of fuel there. The other rods are quite tight on the pistons.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that pin slid over as well. You noticed that? The little end in one of these pistons is like, yeah, sliding out the, because they're obviously press fit, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's moved right over. So yeah, this had a standard blacktop in it, and it obviously blew up. So everything here is pretty much scrap. So we've sourced another blacktop head, and obviously this ST170. So we're going to build all this up, stick it in here, and see what it does. This runs KMS management as well. Just a MP25? Is it MP25? Yeah. MP25 with all the associated sensors and KMS loom, KMS map sensor. Nice little bit of kit, really. I would like to convert it to a max ECU, but that ECU's in and working, so we're not really going to bother mucking about with it too much. What are you looking for, Ollie? You look lost.
Oil.
Oil?
It's
What for?
oils and the head block.
Oh, clean the head off. Shall I start getting the valve springs out the ST170 head?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to do that. See you in a bit. Ollie's just cleaned up the top of the block with the smallest oil stone known to man.
Yep.
And I'm going to demonstrate how to get valve springs out of a head really quickly. If you're not bothered about the head. Don't do this to a head you want to use, 'cause it's not ideal. So yeah, I'll show you now. So look in there. See, you got all the valves in. Deep socket, an extension. Ginge stands back and holds the head. 1, 2. Ooh, a bit stuck that one. 3, 4. Yep. And that is the redneck way of removing valve springs. So basically what you're trying to do is you put the socket over the, where have I put it? So you put the socket in the extension over the top hat like that, and then when you hit it with a hammer it shoves them down and then the collets fall off. Obviously you have to try and make sure to find all the collets, so if you're building a head up that you want to reuse, probably best not do it this way, but as we only want the valve springs out of it, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, there you go, top tip. So I'm being cameraman, Ginger's smashing the place up.
I'll pick them up in a minute. So
Yeah.
I'll back this back.
I'm holding the torch, so I've got the important job, and Ollie's swapping the springs.
Even though you're miles away from me.
We've got like the most rickety valve spring compressor. So like, I left my valve spring compressor at work, and I weren't going to drive like 20 minutes up the road to get it. So the guy next door had like an eBay special China one, and it wasn't quick enough, so we shoved it in the drill. So now we can actually compress the springs quite quickly, as Ollie will now demonstrate. It's not stupid if it works. We're literally changing like one spring at a time, and we're putting all the standard valve springs there so we don't get confused. The ST170 springs, chuck me an ST170 spring. They are actually, they're very similar. They're like slightly taller, and they look like they're slightly tighter wound as well, so they're like a little bit firmer compared to this normal 2 litre one. So I can see why everyone swaps over. We've used the 2 litre top hats as well rather than the ST170 ones, because they seem to fit and, you know, just a bit nicer. So yeah, that's what we're doing, swapping one spring at a time. Soon be bolting it together. Cool, we'll crack on. So, decon plate is on with one gasket. What gasket is this? A Victor Reens. Oh, where's the part number? You know what? I should make life easier for people and actually just give them the part number. There's the packet there. Alright, give me the other one then. So there you go, a 2mm decomp plate, and that's the Victorine's part number. So it's 61-34440-00. So 2 of them and a 2mm decomp plate. These are the head bolts as well. What's the part number for that? Is that the part number? Oh, right there. So the part number for the head bolts we're using are 14-320-18-01. So them head bolts and the timing belt, if you really want to know a Zetec timing belt. That's not even got a part number on it, is it? That's just the size.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's just the size. Oh, is that the part number? Yeah. Well, it's the size. Well, there you go. The size of an ST170 belt. 5508XS, and then it's 129 times 1. 129 by 1 inch. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. 2 mechanics and 2 part supplies. 1 part supply. So yeah, 2 of them head gaskets, 2mm decomp plate. If you want one of these decomp plates, just drop me an email. I can supply them. It's not a problem. If you want to copy exactly what we've done. It's nice where the plate's actually been cut exactly the same as the head gasket as well. So yeah, hopefully it should work. Ollie started on the...
I say hopefully.
It should work.
It will work.
Alright, it will work.
Whatever you want to hear.
So what you do now, you're starting on the exhaust valves, yeah? Change that many of the inlet valves.
That many?
All of them. Gonna give the head a good clean afterwards. Well, we're not Ginges, we're gonna stand back and watch. So we have the head all clean now. Ginge spent a good 30 minutes cleaning it. Didn't enjoy cleaning. We literally just gave it loads of brake cleaner, loads of carb cleaner, and then soaked it in TFR and just jet washed it off, and then dried it off with the airline, and that's good enough for the type of build we're building. We've got the other head gasket on the top now, so we've got the 2 head gaskets ready now. Let's put the head on. Take it away. Yeah, I know, I see that. Dee 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 dee. Yeah, it would be. That's where it don't fit.
Yeah. There you go.
On! Ta-da! Right, bolt it down. Get the cams in.
Starter up.
Get the lifters in. Belt on. Job's a good one. Right. We're going to crack on. Right, we're just going to... This is 90. Yeah, but I'm not going to be able to like foot the engine stand and pull a 90 degree. Right. No talking. Ready? 1.
Okay.
2. 3.
That was about half an inch away from that face.
4. Where are we now? No.
There.
What?
It's on there.
I've done it now, haven't we?
Just do it, trust me.
5.
What?
6.
An hour and a half.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
I'm going to go back on the camera and see the time.
Yeah. Watch your back, be like, oh no.
Bang that one off 90.
Mate, I'll be honest with you, I'm probably going to go over them all again with a bar and just do them a bit more by feel. Stretch bolts or not. Over it, sorry.
Got much in.
Yeah. Not doing it on purpose, I
got
swear.
my beard. I'm going to lean back more.
Well, you should kick 2 metres then, shouldn't you?
Fucking you asked me for this.
Oh, that'll do. 300 horsepower ready.
You'll go again.
Again?
It's 2, isn't it?
No, it's one set of 90.
One. Sorry.
30, 50, 90.
Oh,
Yeah.
90 to 120.
Well, it's 90 to 120, so I might just give them a little... You know what, if I just start from here. Oh, sorry. Ready?
Yep.
You're not ready, it's moving.
Oh yeah.
1. 2. Oh, that one's down. 3. 4. 5. Yeah. Was it 360, wasn't it?
It was to the bar bits.
4.
You're pushing the engine away from
5, 6. Alright, 6. That's gonna be 8. 9. I've just gone from front to back, so. Oh, that'll do. It does say 90 to 120 degrees, so that's probably about there, I'd say. Sweet. That'll do, wouldn't it? So, as you know, we've got the head torque down. We've now fitted all the camshafts. I did put them all in, and we just nipped them all down by hand. But when all the shims or all the buckets were on the bench, we mixed them up a little bit by accident. We had literally turned around and we realised they was all scattered everywhere. So we fitted them all in where we thought they went, and this one is very, very tight, as in I can't even get a feeder gauge in it. And this one on the inlet is very, very loose, like the feeder gauge flops around. So we're going to swap the bucket from that one to that one. So hopefully get the clearances back into spec. So yeah, all good fun. That's what happens when you don't take care of where you put your lifters. Yeah, well it is. If we'd have just put them to one side and not knocked them, it wouldn't have happened, would it? Yeah, I know. Trying to be cocky and quick. Oh well. Right. As always, we will crack on. Alright, so as per all engine builds, when you're not using standard components, we run into a bit of a problem. Basically, the timing belt tensioner, it obviously goes around here somewhere. Here? Yeah, it's there, isn't it? Yeah. Goes there. So this little pin here hooks into the back plate like that. And what we found is, because now the head's obviously a lot further away from the block, we can't get the time belt on, so it's too tight. So what our plan is we're going to drill a hole there and try and hook it this way so we can get a little bit more swing off the tensioner. We could go for a solid tensioner from IKE, but it's a lot of money for a budget build. So we're just going to try and drill a hole and just move the whole tension around, or its anchor point anyway, so then we can actually tension it off, just the whole thing will be round a bit more. So yeah, we're going to die grind the hole bigger. That's the plan, as Emilio will demonstrate here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, just cut this down here. We'll grind that down there, then hopefully that'll have a little bit more. That should move that way then, shouldn't it? So then it will have a little bit more slack to get the timing belt in.
We can work this out.
Yeah. Trial and error, mate. Yeah, because we backed it all the way off and there weren't enough room.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll try that and see what happens. Oh, my battery's nearly flat. Go on, now undo the crank pulley. I did as well. Oh, I need to kill the stereo or I'll end up being done for copyright. Right, so we ended up, so I ground the hole out in the back of the back plate, but it just didn't give us enough room. So I ended up drilling a hole there, and then we sort of laid the whole back plate in a vise and then just sort of hammered it in to bulge out that ridge so it still hooks in. And then we tweaked the tension a little bit, like the arms bent it in a bit. So now it all hooks in and it actually tensions the belt as it should. So it's the right tension. We're praying the cover still goes on, because now this tension is all the way around here, so we might have to the edge of the cover away.
Cut the pulley off. Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah, cut the pulley off. Yeah. Oh, we're about to find out. Are you doing the bottom?
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yeah, I know. Cool. So yeah, I'm going to put all the covers on. It's the little idler pulley to make the water pump spin the right way. So you've already chopped half of this back cover off anyway, haven't you? Yes. For the blacktop when it was in it.
Yes.
So hopefully it'll be alright. Or it'll be a bit better anyway. Just whack the top cover on, see if it fits.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Oh, I see.
There
You've trimmed it. Oh mate, it's made for it. Look, loads of room. I bet that's well close to the mount when it's in the car now though. Bet we have to space that forward some more. Cool, we're gonna crack on. So Emilio's built it all up.
Fuck off.
And,
It's not calling you Kyle, isn't it? There's the hatch, isn't it?
so he's built it all up, bolted the mount on, and it's like really close, but it's this really solid mount. So as he said a minute ago, just gonna roll with it. Doesn't look like it's gonna touch, so we're just gonna bolt it in the car. All the mount in the car's trimmed anyway. I will show you. Let me demonstrate. So yeah, You have to notch the amount out the car just to give you enough room so it doesn't obviously. Whoa! Whoops. May have broke. Alright? What?
What did you break?
Nothing.
You're such a liar.
I haven't broken anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you talk to Camden?
No. They need talking down as well.
Oh, really?
So yeah, you trim that out and then it doesn't hit the side of the engine on a blacktop.
Yeah. You sure you're not got it in
Cool.
here somewhere? Where's the box of stuff I gave you?
You still going on about a rocker cover gasket? I'll go on.
Talk them down.
No, I'm going to talk them up now. Right,
I'm
talk
gonna
the
hold
cam.
this way you talk it.
So what? I'm sure it's 20.
2.
I think it's 22 foot-pound. I can't remember. What does Google say?
Ginge, Google it.
I'm sure it's 20. 22.
I don't know, don't care.
Are you googling or am I googling?
Sort of Googling.
ZTEC. Spell that wrong. ZTEC cam caps. Talk. Look, come straight up. It's never just easy, is it? I don't want to talk. Oh, always goes back to passionful, doesn't it?
Yep.
Ooh, I agree. Has anyone got the Haynes manual handy? Blah blah blah. Conroe bolts, nope. Cam bearing cap bolts are 19 Newton meters. I'll go with that. We'll just wing it by feel.
Yeah.
Done the rest of the engine like that. Was it 19?
Yeah.
So
You forget, you just read it.
12, 14, 16, 18, 19.
Ginge still ain't got it.
Oh, it's in it.
You was looking to see if you bought a rocker cover gasket.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, mate, it's the drugs, isn't it?
Oh, that's alright.
No drugs around here, mate.
What kind of drugs?
Painkillers. Say painkillers, not drugs.
They're drugs, mate.
Yes, but they're painkillers, Jimmy. That's what you're on.
Mess with my head.
Mess with your head. It's going to mess with my YouTube channel. You carry on.
I'm sorry. Take 2.
Go back over there.
That's Ginge Station.
I hope I haven't missed any.
you can check on the video.
Yeah, I'll watch it back when it snaps a camshaft and go, no, yeah, we did miss one.
Same as the head bolt.
Yeah, it's leaking all out the side of the decon plate. Oh, they don't feel tight. It's done now. They're outside that music.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nothing to do with us. We can't control that.
Yeah. Let's make sure the engine turns over, shall we?
I don't know.
Where's the... Oh, you
No,
had it on the
what?
gun, didn't you? Oh, it's there, look.
It's still on the gun. Put the pulley on if you're going to.
Guys, not a did buy.
No, I'm just going to turn over my hand.
You can't put the pulley on.
Yeah, but, you know, we know it turned over, so...
I bought a
Hey.
thermometer.
You bought a thermometer.
Two.
What has that got to do with your engine?
I bought loads of copper washers to put me off some measurements. I just bought 3 each side.
Right, crank pulley.
I did not buy a rocker cover gasket.
Are you still going on about that rocker cover gasket?
Why didn't you buy it? I mean, it's going on now, whether you
Buy
like
it
it or
now?
not. No,
Where's the 18?
it's too late.
Did I
It's
have
going on. You just
my
had it in your hand. You're useless. Ginge.
What crank pulley
Ginge,
gasket?
how about you come here, take the camera, and let me put the rock cover on?
True.
Or how about
Let
I
me-
put the rocker cover?
Tell you what, let me put this on and then I will film you.
No, he can just film. Yeah.
Right, let me will you stop making them noises? Ow!
Hey,
picture, isn't it?
Right, that is.
I was going to film.
That's alright, we got it. So we have to recondition the rocker cover gasket because Ginge forgot to order one, so a bit of instant gasket. We're going to let it go off for a couple of days anyway, so plenty of time to go off. Crank pulley's on now. Ready to go in the hole nearly, isn't it? It's quite weird, you can see all the decon plate. Turbo adapter. What are these threads in the back of this block? 1/4 MPT, isn't it? So it's a 1/4 MPT to AN3-3 adapter for the all line. And then we just unscrewed the bung out this side and put the oil pressure switch in so the light on the dash still works.
So we could fit an oil cooler.
Huh? Oil cooler? That ain't gonna save it, mate. You're more than an oil cooler.
Got a space up in the front.
What are you?
He's a front number plate as well.
Yeah, it needs a new front number plate.
Take it off.
Someone,
Right, we're gonna crack on.
Someone.
VW plugs. What VW fit?
The age center. No! You could not put VW plugs in a fucking ZT.
You probably could if you found the right length, but why would you want it? So anyway, rocker cover's on now. We gave it loads of instant sealer because these love to leak anyway. And this ain't exactly an F1 engine, is it? Volkswagen Polo coil pack, because that's so much better than the Ford ones. And Polo leads.
And a Golf.
And the Polo leads, but they're a lot longer as you can see, so we just tuck them around like that.
Yeah.
Belt covers on, all the fronts back together. Emilio speed barring it up.
Throw something at him in a minute. He's not going to be happy.
Still red then.
CVH thermostat housing's on. That's it, innit? Just needs a sump. Oh yeah. What's that? Oh, the breather pot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Might as well bolt up,
Well, yeah, it's got to go in as a whole anyway, innit?
yeah.
Especially the one-piece
You can do
exhaust.
that bit, Carl.
Carl, or is that me?
Can we not?
Right.
You're getting called Carl now.
No, we're not going to grind that down. If you drop them bolts down them plug holes, mate, I'm not going to be happy.
Just things are...
Yeah, I know, but I know what'll happen. You'll forget it's there, change
You
the
might
plugs.
need to change it in, clean it in.
Oh yeah, look at that. So we're number, what's that, 2? 3 piston, isn't it? 3, number 3 piston took a dump. Ooh, nice.
Can we not take the
Oh, that inlet is going to be full up of swarf, you know that.
Can you not?
I'm not taking my inlet off.
Mate, that inlet's been modified for these injectors. Ollie's discovered that because they wouldn't fit, so he ground out in there to get the Rover injectors in. So that inlet will need a lot of work.
Here you go.
It's never
If anyone can think of a name for him, just drop it in the comments. He's Ginger, if that helps. If that helps sway a nickname. You're gonna have to strip all them injectors down, all that throttle body down. That's gonna have to be filled up with like TFR and like flushed out. Because one little bit of that alley gets sucked in. That's just gonna.
This is gonna have to come out.
That's yeah. Just unbolt the whole throttle body.
Where's your tool?
Don't buy all of it.
All good
Where's
fun.
my tools? Everywhere.
Where's your sockety things?
Everywhere.
Talksy things.
Right, I'm gonna put the breather on.
This is a good tip.
Ginger's gonna clean the inlet manifold.
Fair enough.
Ollie's gonna
I'm
tighten up.
putting in the temp sensor.
Ollie's putting in the temp sensor. What one?
Dash.
Oh, what for the dash?
Yeah.
So yeah, on the old Escorts, they've got like a 1-wire water temp sensor, which just grounds for a sensor. On the Zetecs, it's round here. Did you drill it out and tap it,
Didn't bloody work.
or just screw it straight in? Right. So yeah, we just put the single pole sensor straight in the side of the head there, and then the gauge on the dash works for the
Reads white.
OEM look. Does it read right?
Yeah, on the dash.
All right. Well, there you go. So now the dash gauge reads right, and then the coolant temp sensor that's down under here, where we've notched the bracket, is for the ECU. So they all work in happy harmony. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna crack on. So yeah, we're gonna end it here. We've got like breather on, slotted the dipstick in. Not got a sump yet because Ollie's gonna chop it up later tomorrow because it's like 9 o'clock now. So we're all going back to the same house we live in. And Ginge is still stripping down the inlet manifold. He took the throttle body off, ready to clean it out. So we'll do, are you using a chisel to pry that out? Oh my god. Ollie, help him before he rips the head off of an injector.
No, I'm just testing.
So yeah, that's probably going to be about it for part 1 really. I'm going to do the rest of it, like getting the engine fitted, in part 2. So like, share, subscribe. Cheers guys.